April 20th, 2026. We had a continuation yet again today. This has been the longest recovery in a long time. And as you can see, what do you see? What do you notice here? Something very critical occurred today. The momentum finally lost its upward bias. So yes, we still have upward bias overall on a daily time frame. But in terms of what could happen tomorrow, well, now that this MACD histogram bar, which represents the momentum, now that that one has concluded below the previous, we have broken the variance, then that means that things are about to get interesting, specifically because look at this tight range today. Tomorrow's going to be a very interesting day. My bet is it's going to be not choppy, but we're going to have a sell-off tomorrow. That's what's going on here. Let's get into the solution of today. Let's solve today. What is the solution for April 20th in the NASDAQ? Well, to solve the day, we need to have the alignment channels. We got to align all of the momentum, and that way we can find the solution just like if it was an equation. We're trying to solve an equation. So the first alignment channel happened right here. Notice how the price action, I'm going to take away this EMA line here. Notice how the price action is playing around with what line is this? What does this represent? This is the pre-market low. Okay? So our pre-market low is acting as a very significant resistance. I'm sorry, bear with me. This is previous day's low right here. Pre-market low is here as well. So that blue line, I just had it wrong the whole day, and that's all right. We do have a critical level right here, though. Look, this is the post-market. This is Asian open. This is Europe open. But look at this critical level here. Do you see this critical level? So we are going to make a line right here, just roughly, just so that we can understand that in reference as well. Because look at that. This is obvious. That's definitely a critical level from the overnight market. Look at this. Okay. So anyway, the day opens. Notice how the price action is playing around with this critical level, and then we finally penetrate through with this big candle right here. What is that candle? That's also a volume confluence. See this volume bar right here? Volume confluence. And then also, what's going on at the same time? Well, the 15-minute has officially crossed over to the red, which is what we need to take positions. If we want to take long trades, the 15-minute needs to be in the green, the 15-minute momentum. If we're going to take short trades, the 15-minute momentum needs to be in the red. That's just how it is. And the 30-minute gives us more context, and we want the 30 to be going with us. So the 30 isn't in the red yet, but notice how much it's decreasing, how fast how rapidly it's decreasing. So that's okay. That's an alignment. Not the strongest alignment, but it's an alignment nonetheless. The 5-minute in the red, perfectly increasing as we would hope. Wonderful. So this was the entry right here. That was the first solution for today. And that was the alignment channel for today. Notice you could have taken many short entries. You could have attacked this many times. You could have attacked it once. You could have attacked it 3 or 4 times. But that's the first alignment channel of the day. This was the main entry here because of what we just discussed. And there was a follow-up entry, which is right here. Look at this. Big volume confluence, another follow-up entry. There was even more volume confluences down here as well, if you look closely. So you could have entered here as well for a nice short. That's how you play the game. And the more and more you get into it, the more cautious you want to be, because of course a pullback is inevitable in the stock market. Nothing goes one direction forever. But this is the alignment channel right there. That was the first solution for today. We're going to go on to the next solution, which occurred at 12:38. And why is this a solution? Because, well, we have our 5-minute in the green and holding steady, not decreasing rapidly, holding steady. The 15-minute has now crossed over into the green. 5-minute is in the green. We want the 5-minute to be increasing. We're about to talk about that. And then the 30-minute is going up with us, going up. It's not in the green yet, but it's going up. That's important. So the next alignment channel, the next solution for today, April 20th, was this alignment channel right there. Of course, there's many entries you could find within this alignment channel to the upside, a lot of long positions. The main one, the first one that I want to talk about is this one here, because at this point, the 5-minute has now stabilized. It's not really going up yet, which is what we like, but it's stabilized. And then here it starts to actually tick up. By the time it actually concludes, if you would have entered there, it actually would have been a loss, and that happens from time to time. But nonetheless, the first entry is always the best entry, right? That's how we normally play it, and that was this one right here. Got a volume confluence, right side of the momentum, going up. 15 is aligned. Today was a hard day to solve. I'll be honest. Today was not an easy day to solve. Today was a hard, challenging trading day. I finished the day slightly, basically it was break even, slightly negative. And then let's look at this one here. This was the last solution of the day. 15 minutes strong in the green, 30 minutes strong in the green. That's good. Now we need the 5-minute to be increasing for it to be a strong probability. And now it is increasing. Look, it's been going down. Boom, it's starting to pop up. That's what we want. Then we want to see if we can find a volume confluence, which we do have right here on the right side of the momentum. That is the entry right there. The final solution of the day was that one right there. So there was three solutions and many ways to play it when the solutions occurred. And with that being said, I will see you in the next episode. Take care.